Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to get this eyeshadow look that I have on right now, and I'm testing some £2.50 eBay brushes which are pretty much dupes for the MAC brushes. So if you guys want to see how I created this look and what I thought of these brushes, then just keep watching. That's cool, so just put on a denim jacket over the jumper you were just wearing. No one will ever know that you were just filming in the exact same position and outfit. First things first, I'm going to top up my highlight because this is not enough for me. Okay, that'll probably do. Okay, so these brushes that I'm going to be talking about today cost £2.50 for 4, and these are 4 different eye brushes. They came in this little plastic bag, and these are all supposedly dupes for MAC brushes. The one that is probably the most popular is the 217 or 217 brush, and this one right here is supposed to be a dupe of that one. And then we have one that's called the 239, which I think is another popular MAC one, the 222, and then the 224. So these are all just kind of black handle brushes. They do have numbers on them, but they're not branded. They're literally just like unbranded, random numbered brushes. So just for starters, there is 4 different ones here. 3 of them are more fluffy, and then this one here is a more flat sort of shader brush. And what I noticed when I first actually got these out of the bag is, especially this brown one, a lot of the hairs are already falling out. Like, one of them is literally on my mirror here. But when I first picked up, yeah, literally, I just didn't even tug on it. I was just kind of stroking it, and 2 of the hairs have just come out. But yeah, when I first got this, there were a few hairs that looked a little bit longer. So I just went to pull those out, and about 10 brush hairs came out. So I'm not so sure. Yeah, another one is literally just falling out. This brown one in particular seems to shed a lot. I mean, the other white ones don't seem as bad. Yeah, that one seems fine. The 217 seems fine. And yeah, all of the white ones actually seem fine. It's literally just this brown one. Like, can you even see right now? It's shedding all over the place. I'm just gonna do a quick close-up for you guys. Okay, so I'm hoping that that is in focus. But if you can see, there's like literal hairs that are poking up out of this already. I cannot tell how far back I need to be in focus, but hopefully one of these angles you can see that the brush has got all these little hairs kind of sticking up out of it, and they're literally like coming apart. So this brown one, I don't have such high hopes for, but I am going to give it a go anyway. I think I'm going to start off with this brush, and I'm basically just going to do a kind of standard eyeshadow look like I would normally do, and see how these brushes perform, see what they're like, and if I like them and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm starting with the Zoeva Blank Fusion palette, which I haven't used. I don't think I've used this in a tutorial yet, but I do really love this. I'm going to start with this colour here. I'm taking this brush, which is actually quite big. Like, if you look at it in comparison to my eye, what am I doing? It's a pretty big brush. Okay, so there's literally hairs falling off into the eyeshadow. No, 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 no. Okay, so there's a hair already on my eyelid. 2 hairs just came off the brush. This brush is quite painful, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's pretty spiky and coarse. So honestly, I think that if you do get this set, this brush isn't really going to be that used for anything, because already this is irritating my eyes. I'm not saying this in a snobby way at all, because I literally get so many of my brushes on eBay. I love eBay, but this brush is not good. So I'm going to move on to testing the 3 white brushes, which seem a lot better quality. So let's go with the one that is the dupe of the MAC 217. Blending this into my eye. Yeah, this one definitely feels softer. I mean, to be honest, they are quite coarse brushes still. Yeah, they don't feel very soft. They're a little bit scratchy, but this one is definitely a lot better than the one that I just tried. So this is doing a pretty nice job at blending so far. I'm then also going to be taking this sleek Ultra Matte V1 palette, because I want to make this look kind of colourful, and I'm going to take the yellow colour, which is literally a bright yellow, and I'm also just going to put this into my crease. Whoa, that is really bright. I didn't really need the brown. Okay, so it definitely packs a punch. Like, it holds the pigment fine, just fine. So I'm then going in with the 222, and this one is a little bit more fluffy, and I'm just going to use this to blend out the edges. This one is just like a smaller blending brush, and for blending out the edges, this is also working just fine. This one definitely feels a lot softer. And then going in with this bright orange colour, and again, I'm just gonna put this through my crease using that 217. Wow, that's very bright. I mean, I will say it definitely picks up the pigment and like deposits a lot of it onto your eyes. You know, sometimes you get brushes and they don't really like stick to the eyeshadows, and then they don't really apply the eyeshadows that well. I feel like this is definitely applying a lot of colour to my eyelids, which is what I want, so that's pretty good. But again, this brush is quite scratchy, the 217, so I am just going to put it down for a second because my eyes, I feel like, are getting a little bit sensitive. This 222 brush feels a lot softer, so I'm just going to go in with this to blend out the edges. Yeah, I really am liking this brush. I feel like Hayley Williams. This matches her old hair. Okay, so I've just wiped off the 217 on my leg because I'm really professional, and I'm just going to try and use it to blend out the edges a little bit, because I do feel like in this set I am lacking a kind of big, soft, fluffy blending brush. So I'm then going in with a little flat brush, which is the 239, and taking that same orange colour, and I'm just going to pack this all over my eyelid. Yeah, that's definitely doing a nice job. So far these have all been matte shades. I have to say I am missing this little fluffy Real Techniques brush, so I'm just going to give it a little quick blend with this. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm taking this colour from the Zoeva Luxe Fusion, Blank Fusion palette, and this is called Single Origin, and it's kind of just a really pretty pale gold colour, and I'm loading that up on the 239 brush, and I'm just going to put this on the centre of my eyelid. Okay, so that was alright, that applied it pretty nicely. I'm just going to do a quick comparison compared to my Spectrum A07 brush, which is literally my favourite flat brush for applying shimmer shadows. So on my other eye I'm going to use my Spectrum one and see what the difference is, because I don't know whether it's just the eyeshadow or the actual brush that's not packing on the pigment. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I feel like the Spectrum one applied it a little bit easier. But then I feel like this eyeshadow just looks better when you apply it with your finger anyway, so I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, it's definitely a finger eyeshadow. Okay, so next I'm taking some of the pale blue colour in this palette, and I know this might shock people, but like I said before, I want to add some more colour to my makeup look, so I'm just taking that pale blue and I'm just gonna run that along my lower lash line. Oh my god, so much of that just went in my eye. Ugh! It's all stuck to my contact lens. Ah! Fall out on my nose! I actually can't see properly because I've got so much eyeshadow in my eyes. I feel like it's applying it quite nicely, but there's a lot of fallout that's going on my face. But I'm not sure if that's due to the eyeshadow or the brush, so I'm just, again, going to compare it to my Spectrum flat brush. This one, the hairs are more sparse. Can you see that? So there's more room for the eyeshadow to kind of like flick around. So I'm then taking the flat brush again, and I'm taking the brighter blue colour, and I'm just going to do the same. But I'm going to apply this one a little bit higher up. This blue is a lot more pigmented. And then taking the smaller, fluffier brush again, which has actually shed a tiny little bit, and I'm just going to try and blend that out a little. And then just taking a tiny bit of this pale kind of white gold colour here called Noble, and I'm taking it on that same fluffy brush which I've just cleaned off of my leg again, and I'm just going to put some of this on my inner corners. I mean, ideally you would use a much smaller brush to do this, but as of right now I do not have a much smaller brush. Okay, so there we go, there is the eyeshadow blended. So overall, my opinions of these brushes: I don't recommend the brown one just because it sheds and it's a little bit too scratchy, but the other three actually ended up giving me pretty nice eyeshadow. Like, I feel like these worked pretty well together, and I managed to blend pretty nicely, and yeah, I mean, I think they're fine. They are not the softest, they are a little bit scratchy, so maybe if you have a bit more sensitive eyes, I mean, to be honest, my eyes are quite sensitive and they're feeling fine now. It's just that I'm so used to having my nice fluffy Spectrum and Real Techniques brushes that these ones feel a bit more coarse. But for £2.50, what can you expect? Like, you literally get 4 brushes for £2.50, and I think for the price, these are pretty damn good. So I'm now just going to finish up my makeup. I'm going to put a bit of this Makeup Geek Mint Full Spectrum eyeliner pencil in my waterline, which is something I don't normally do, but I saw this in my drawer and I thought it matched pretty well. Literally every time I draw on my waterline, my eyes get so irritated. So I'm taking these little gold circle gems and some cheap Primark lash glue, and I'm literally just going to stick one under each of my lower lash lines. If you think this looks ugly, just don't do it. I'm now just going to do my eyeliner and mascara, and I will be right back. Trying to do eyeliner while wearing a denim jacket is not a good idea. That wing was not supposed to be this thick. Those are some fat wings. By the way, I used the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and I'm using the L'Oreal Baby Roll Mascara, but I think I am going to add some lashes. But all of the products that I used will be in the description box down below. Okay, so I'm just going to put on a pair of the Eyelure 117s, and then I will be back. So sorry about my red ears, it's because when I get hot my ears get red, and when I get nervous my ears get red, and I heard some noises outside and my ears have not calmed down ever since. But yeah, those lashes are literally the easiest lashes to put on. I forgot how like nice it was to try lashes that are actually, you know, got a really thin and lightweight band. Like, these are some of my favourite eyelashes ever. Like, I love them. I also love this overall look. So yeah, that is it for this video. So I think if your eyes aren't too sensitive and you just want to have a play around with some makeup brushes, maybe if you're not that into makeup, or you're just starting to get into makeup and you just want to have a little play around, then these are pretty cheap and they do the job. Like, it put my eyeshadow on and it blended it. They're just a little bit scratchy and they shed a little bit, but I think if you are just looking for some extra blending brushes, then these might be handy to have. I probably will use this one again, which was my favourite. This is the 222. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did find it helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, if you have tried any of the other eBay brushes, let me know. I've tried quite a few of the face brushes actually. I love a lot of eBay's face brushes. I think they're great. I think I've done like a video about them before, like way back on my channel. But yeah, I really enjoyed filming this video, so I hope you guys have liked it too. So I hope you're all well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!